Hello everyone, Jason from Frontline Campervans in Tullamarine. Every now and again we get a call from someone who says, look, I've looked at the brochures, I'm not quite clear on the difference between the two layouts. So what we thought we'd do today is give you a quick side-by-side comparison. So we've got Toyota HiAce with our Adventurer layout and an Avalon one, also in a Toyota HiAce. So these are, here in Melbourne at least, Adventurer is by far our most popular layout across the board, and here in Melbourne the Avalon one would definitely be my second most popular, so that seemed like the two obvious ones to give you a comparison of. One of the things to keep in mind is that the standard inclusions that go into both layouts is still exactly the same. So just quickly, what do we mean by the standard inclusions? What that means is that every camper comes with a standard, the pop-top roof, tinted windows, handheld shower in the rear, the electric cooktop, the fridge, swivel passenger seat up the front. So whether you're in an Avalon one or in the Adventurer, you're going to have all of those same inclusions in every van. The difference then becomes, what seat and bedding layout am I after? Do I prefer to have the 4 seat belts like the Adventurer, or potentially am I after a single bed that gives me that option in the Avalon one? So why is an Avalon one popular? Well, for a single traveller, what it means is that you have this bed that's running down the passenger side of the van. It's permanently there. You can leave your bed made up the whole time. There's no having to manipulate the seat bed mechanism the way that we do in our Adventurer when we're changing from the seat to the bed position. At the moment, I've got the table in, so you can see that you can sit on the rear cushion or on the bed itself and sit at the table. Alternatively, as it's the case in every Frontline camper, your front driving cabin passenger seat can be swiveled. So there's also that option where you can sit back in the chair there and have it reclined back more like an armchair kind of a position. So there's a couple of different options in the way that you can sit in this van, decide whether or not you're going to use the table or not. In both the Adventurer and the Avalon one layouts, you do get that boot space underneath the rear cushion that becomes part of the bed platform. The only difference really is that it does run a little bit further forward in the Adventurer. It runs up to the front of that rear seat, whereas in an Avalon one, it stops at the depth of this rear cushion, which is about 85 centimetres or so. You can see that with the 2 loose back cushions dropped into that centre walkway section, we're now able to make a full double bed, the same as it's available in every layout that we do with Frontline. So as you'll see when we move across to the Adventurer, the cabinetry in the Avalon one is very, very similar down the driver's side between the two vans. You've got your area where you can walk further back down into the van in the Avalon one. As we said, we've got that double or single bed option. And with all of the Frontline camper vans, there's the option of the porta potty, which is that wider door cupboard there in the bottom of the screen. So all the same inclusions are possible across the two vans. Microwave up the top there is a great option as well. But fridge, sink, cooking facilities, all standard inclusions across the vans. Again, here we are looking from effectively the passenger seat in the Toyota HiAce. We're now in the Adventurer layout van, and you can see we've got the same standard inclusions: fridge, cooktop, sink, same option of a microwave up on the bench there on the end of the wardrobe, still with a fan. But now we have the bench seat running across the van, which has the 2 extra seat belts. Porta potty cupboard, you can see still labelled there below. But in this layout, yes, you manipulate the seat very quickly back to a bed, but it does mean in this layout you'll be legally able to carry 4 people in the van rather than only the 2. So it all depends on what's important to you. So here we are now looking at the HiAce with the Adventurer layout. Again, that difference is that the bed is always designed to be a double bed. So same width across the two when it's set up as the double, and all the same possible inclusions and great options. As you'll see, cabinetry down the driver's side is almost identical. The same upgrade option for the microwave, same swivel passenger seat up the front there, but in this layout, always made up as a double bed. So I hope that quick comparison between the two HiAces here with our Avalon one and our Adventurer layouts been helpful. If you've still got any other queries, please feel free to give one of the officers a call, whether it's me here in Tullamarine in Melbourne, in Brookvale in Sydney, or the Ballina guys up in northern New South Wales. Always happy to take your call and answer your questions. Thanks a lot.